Hello, this is Barbara from Vienna, Austria, and we are on day 14 and 15 for our December daily. Please don't forget to check out Irit's December daily videos, which are linked below. So we are alternating the days so that you have December dailies to watch on most days. So today, the first spread I'm doing for December 14th is some memory keeping of our last meetup, our journaling meetup that we had in Vienna end of November, and these are some pieces that I have from that meetup. So this is a beautiful postcard from May, who works at the, I was going to say who lives at the UN, no, who works at the UN. She might feel like she lives at the UN. And these beautiful embossed cards are from Ruth from Canada. I have recently received those, so I thought maybe I could do something with those in this spread as well. And this triangular thing you see here was a tea I received from Lovely Pet, who actually was the originator of the meetup idea in Vienna and who I am lucky enough to be able to co-host this with. So we've had 3 so far, and so I'll be journaling about that a little bit. So first I want to back this embossed card with some white cardstock that I just cut to fit on there. I'm just adhering it with my tacky glue, and I wanted to attach this photo that I took of all the journals that we had there at the meetup. And I actually posted that picture on Instagram end of November. And this was a packaging of some beautiful herbal tea that I've already drank. I got this from Pet, and so I wanted to include that somehow. It didn't make it onto that left page, but it did make it onto this right page, which is the back of the envelope with the letter, the secret letter we wrote to Santa a few episodes back. And I had this bit of fabric, Christmas or winter fabric left over from one of the other pages that I did with fabrics from my mom. So I wanted to use that kind of like a ribbon, and I thought I would attach that little triangular piece of the tea like a tag, and so I punched a hole. So this crocodile, because I know that some of you are having some problems with your crocodile, it has 2 different sizes for eyelets. So one is the 3/16 inch and one is the 1/8 inch, and this is the smaller one. It's the 1/8 inched one. So I put an eyelet in there. And then I am threading that fabric through the eyelet. I will be showing you some photos of the place that we met up. And yeah, one more call. So if you are in Vienna or you're in the area, mid-January we will have our next meetup. So if you want to join us, we'd be happy to have you. So here I'm just cutting the ends of the ribbon, and so now I have my little tag on that paper clip, and I thought that was quite cute. So now going back to the other half of the spread. So I wanted to put that photo up on top, and I wanted some borders, and I have these stamps which I believe I got from AliExpress, but I got them like 2 years ago, and I tried finding them and I couldn't. But if you look for Christmas stamps on AliExpress, they have quite a good selection. But I don't think they'll make it in time for this year's December daily. If you order them, they will be for next year. So I chose this Fa La 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 stamp for the top, which I think is very cute. And then I also add one on the bottom as well. I choose the last one, which has some hearts and stars. So looking cute. And I'm just going to glue that photo, which I just printed on regular copy paper, in the middle. And then I wanted to, of course, keep this beautiful postcard of May in here as well, so I thought I would just stick it in the top. So I glue the back of that card from Ruth with my 3-in-1 glue just on 3 sides so that it will be a pocket, and I burnish those down really well. And now I will will read you what I journaled. So I said, on November 24th, Pet and I hosted our 3rd Sanjour Vienna, which took place this time at a very unique Viennese cafe. It's one of the chain of Aida, and it's in an old hat factory which has been preserved in its original beauty. We had 9 to 10 participants, and it's always fun to see other creators come back to these meetings, as well as new creators joining. We each shared what we liked to create, and most had their journals and ephemera with them to share. I'm so thankful to Pet for initiating this recurring meetup. So these are some photos of the original factory and how it has been renovated. And this was really, really special. Pet was the one who found this place, and it's so unique. Okay, so now the last thing I needed to do for this spread was to put the number of the day. So I needed to do a tag. Well, I chose to do a tag with the number 14. And I wanted to put it up there in the left corner. I'm using the small hole again. And I'm going to stamp with this stamp set that I've used previously. I got it locally. If anybody's wondering, from Vienna, it's from Thalia. And I'm using my espresso coffee ink. So there's the 14. And now I wanted to attach it with a brad. So I'm going to punch a hole through the page, but I wanted to punch it so that you wouldn't see the back side of the brads on the other side. So I wanted the tag on the other side to cover it. So I made sure to punch it in a place where that wouldn't be seen. So now here's my little treasure chest with some bulb clips and brads. And these are some fun ones I got from Ruth from Canada. And I'm just showing you some of these very adorable ones. I like that Mickey Mouse. They're really cute. So, but for this one, I choose this blue kind of sparkly one, which is perfect with the card that it's going next to. So I'm just gonna put that through the page. And putting the tag over it so you can't see it. And there's our 14. And that's the spread for the day. Moving on to the next day. I don't usually use a lot of digitals, but I sometimes make an exception. So I came across this one, which I absolutely adore. It's by Tiffany Julia, and I think her shop name is called Ariel Lovely. And this was a freebie that she has. So I think she has a freebie every month during that month. So for December, she has this one as a freebie to download. So if you're still watching this in December and you want it, you can just download it. And it would be nice if you check out her other downloads as well. absolutely gorgeous. So I am making a tag with these images, and they're very, very like pastel floral style. And so I'm collaging on the front of the tag using these beautiful elements. I had already made 3 other tags using these wonderful images, but I was going to gift them to someone. So I really wanted one for myself in my journal, so that's what I'm doing here. And some of her images are already collaged images, so I thought that's perfect because I will just keep collaging, and I also wanted to add some of my fabric to give it some more texture. And so here I am choosing some pieces of fabric that I thought might go well with her designs. So those are the 4 that I chose. And this one is very special on the top here because that is one that is still from my mom. So I wanted to showcase that. I didn't want to cover up that little flower on the top, so I put those birds on top of that. And I wanted to balance that with some more blue. And then I have some stamps, and these I got locally from the chain Hema, which is it Dutch or Danish? I'm not sure. I think it's Danish. And I'm using my Stays On Jet Black ink, which I actually thought I had lost, so I was so happy to find that again. And these I got locally as well, I think last year or 2 years ago from Thalia. And I wanted to use this one that says Let It Snow to make the card a bit more Christmassy without having the typical colors. So I just stamped that into the frame on this vellum, and I'm going to cut around that after I had dried it with my heat gun, because ink on vellum dries very, very slowly. And then I thought it was kind of too harsh, the black on that tag, so I did the same thing again with this archival blue ink, which didn't quite turn out blue, but more of a gray, probably because, yeah, the colors mixed somehow. And there you see the difference between this dark black and white and the blue. So here I'm trying to see which one I like better. There's the blue one and there's the black one, huge difference. Now of course you can see this black one a lot better, but it was just too harsh for me, the contrast. And so I decided to use this blue one, but I wanted to back it with some white to make the blue stand out a little bit better behind that, or in front of that background. So I'm just using my double-sided tape to glue that on, and now it's better. And yeah, I think it looks really cute like that. So now I am gluing everything down. I'm using double-sided tape for all of the elements here. And this is a self-adhesive lace that I'm just putting right over where she had an image of lace. And there's the fabric, and there's one piece that has joy and the definition of joy, which is really cute. So there's so many things you can do with these elements. Can decorate so many different things, and I was having so much fun with these tags, and I'll show you the other 3 tags at the end here, just so you see the variety. I just love these. These colors are so beautiful and feminine. So now I'm just punching a hole, and I did round the corners with my 4mm punch, and now I'm adding some hole reinforcements that I have put some distressed tea dye on. If you buy white reinforcement, please be sure to buy the non-glossy ones, otherwise your dye will not stick. Now here I have some beautiful Avril yarn, And I also have this very, very cute wire with these puffy white bits that look like snowflakes. This is not Avril yarn. This is something I had received on a present long time ago, actually, from Farine, my friend, who is now in Morocco. Hi Farine, if you're watching. And I thought I would try if I could make a bow with that, and it actually worked. And I love how it looks like snowflakes, because we have the Let It Snow there, and so we have the snowflakes and everything is cohesive, and I love that. So there's a tag from the front, and now we're going to find a home for it on one of our pages. It didn't really go into that pocket, so that was not gonna work. Anyway, I didn't want to completely hide it, so now I am auditioning it on a few pages. See what it would go with best. And I liked it best next to this bird collage. It kind of worked with the colors. And so in order to have something to put it in, I again used these printouts to make a pocket out of. So she has this one element which is larger than the others, which could be used as a postcard or something. And I'm again backing it with some of this white cardstock, and then I'm gluing that on the three sides again with the 3-in-1 glue to form a pocket. So cute, love it so much, and very fitting because behind is a picture with a lot of snow, and since it says Let It Snow, perfect. Now we're going to look for a prompt from Maud's list, which is linked below, and I'm choosing number 24, describe what crafting means to you. And I always forget that I also have these prompts as labels in the back, and so I'm going through my little pockets where I already cut out all the labels, and these are from Rachael. They are linked below as well. They are free as well, just as the prompt list is, so go check them out. And it's number 24, here you see it. So these are actually so practical, you don't have to write the prompt yourself. But I always forget I have them because they're in the back. So this time I remembered, and I'm going to stick it onto my tag. And then I'm going to write the following. I do not know who I would be without crafting. Probably I would lead a miserable existence, depressed and bored with my life. Crafting has become my world, my bubble of joy and peace. It's my me time, my time to forget all of my problems, anxieties and fears, and the time to be in the happy moment. So, I do not want to imagine a world without crafting. Lastly, I wanted to add the date, so the 15th. So she has this beautiful image of a little stamp. So I wanted to use that as a background, and then I decided to use my pinking shears to give it that stamp look. And I'm going to use the same stamp set to stamp 1 and 5, using again the blue, sky blue archival ink. I think I had that one linked below as well. There, that's the 15, didn't quite line up, but it's fine. And I'm simply going to glue that on the pocket, so it's part of the collage. And I'm so happy with this. So now let me show you the others. So these are the other 3 I've done. So on these I used this fluffy Avril yarn, and I added some gold embossed vellum pieces, and 2 of these also have these wooden charms. These are from Your Creative Studio November box. And I also added white splashes of gesso on all of these. I didn't do that for mine because there wasn't enough time for the splashes to dry before I journaled on it, so I didn't do that. Maybe I'll still do it at a later point. So adding the 4th one here, so I have 4 of these beautiful tags made with these wonderful digital papers. So check out the links below, check out Irit's channel, and most of all, have fun in your December daily journaling. Even if you can't make it every day, do what you can, take some me time, and just enjoy the moment of crafting with your hands. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!